I like how too only the dire arrows actually, like the dire heroes actually have arrows. These guys do in a way, but like it's just so odd. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that change. Anyway, game. So yeah, I'm basically gonna just spill out my thoughts. It's not gonna be the aggressive offlane, even though I kind of feel like they could have done something with that because of the weakness in the Enigma laning phase. But either way, you can't blame Team Spirit. They know their timings and when they're going to hit them, and it's a lot more easy to predict when you run the safe lane Dro. And always when a fly knows you'd have a great time up against the Darkseer. Telekinesis is so good up against Kefka. Because it's the counter to his escape mechanism, but only if Always Wanna Fly can position himself. And with Always Wanna Fly, he's got a fair amount of confidence to himself nicely. First runes go out, OD and Park, no surprise there at all. Want to watch Enchantress's movements? You know, the Godblack went for boots of speed as well as Smoke of Deceit first. Just flags the fact that he wants to hunt. That's the primary goal right now. Killing off the OD might be a little bit more difficult. If he waits for the right timing, he'll be good. Looking at the bottom lane, it will also be just as hard. Observable from London Conspiracy, at least watching the lane presence. I still think the top lane is going to be the best place to gank up. If he can bring in a troll, like a troll trapper, then he's actually got a good chance for this. So we'll see what creeps he actually picks up. So we got nuke damage from the Sato, and got a Centaur Stomper, and he's going to take the... Easy enough. Good lane presence. So Fly's going to take some chip damage here. It's only a level 1 Iron Shell. Always on the Fly is probably more scared of just the physical damage that Kefka does. And Kefka is a very tanky hero by, like, Darkseer is a very tanky hero by nature. Oh, black. He'll send a farming at the little center and take the big one, then instantly smoke. Still want to see where he's going to end up. Like, Funix done a little bit now to Solon. Before he actually hits Splinter Blast, this may be the best chance to come down. Even if he does hit Splinter Blast, it may not make a difference. OD? Okay, Iceberg and Baby Knight just going hammer and tongs. So Gobbler is just going to rotate down to the bottom lane. See the creep army coming in behind. He doesn't have a chance, there's no control that way, but Jalopy knows he cannot come out to fight. If he does, Gobbler kills him, and Gobbler wants to make the most. He's only got 22 seconds left over on the Sata, and he wants to blast with every single one that he can do. Doesn't want to push the lane too far, however. Okay, he's just going to re-summon, re-enchant Sata so he can keep fighting with it, that's fine. Do you really have to take that much damage? You got no consumable. You may even have to take the salve off Illidan at this point. Iceberg at 6-1 up against a 5-1 OD. Baby Knight is not feeling this lane at all. I honestly thought, like, and maybe this is, okay, hello First Blood. Which Fly's gonna get it. And maybe this is where I underestimate the mid lane a little bit. Well, hello. Hastrune with Malefice. He's already used his phase shift. Iceberg, well, there's an attack missing uphill for him. And now he's going to orb himself, not back down again. In fact, just played that perfectly, Iceberg. Hastrune Enigma wearing out, just going uphill. He got lucky with a couple of missed chances from LC. So didn't take as much damage. His jump time was perfect. Oh, he's going to go for the kill as well. Oh, Baby Knight. I can't blame him. Maybe you can blame Pucker Iceberg for sticking around a little bit too long to do some CSing. So he ends up giving that kill over to an Enigma. But it's still a great start for Team Spirit. Every single lane is basically one for them. Even with the death of the Puck, I'm still not even going to count that one. Like, Enigma gets a little bit, but Enigma hasn't got anywhere near as much as he would have if he could just be inside the jungle doing his thing. Then he's 9 CS, 9 for 1 CS. 3 minutes into this game, compared to everyone else over on Team Spirit, even the rotating Godblack. He took a lot of farm off this off lane. He didn't take that much because Funix still walking around with 13-10. Team Spirit is looking really good in all their lanes. And this is the other concern I was having, where Jalopy, who also didn't just target Funix, is just not getting enough to safe lane. He's 10-4 at the moment. Like, it's not that bad when you think about it, but you know this power spike is on its way, and Jalopy taking this much damage. Like, it's only 13 bonus damage coming in right now on top of Funnick, but Illidan is one level away from a 16. We're gonna have a little bit of fun up on this top lane as Baby Knight. Always on Fly doesn't have, well, he already used Telekinesis Iceberg. Gonna orb himself forward, and with the Rift, kills off Baby Knight. This is a little too easy. Kefka, like, a lot of his farm is probably also coming in from the Iron Shells. He stayed close enough that he's picked up a fair chunk of experience on this offlane. He also pushes into a safe area for Illidan, so Illidan's actually okay with this. Like, your last hitting early on with a Drow Ranger is pretty meh. Like, the attack animation is very flimsy, but if you get it down pat, and Illidan's played a lot of Drow games in his time, he's not going to have any real trouble with, like, last hitting and denying. He hasn't got a lot of denies to his name. With a Darkseer Iron Shell, everything's pretty damn consistent. I'm trying to go on Enchantress, but this isn't going to work. The Centaur would have blocked the ramp as well, so they can kill off the Centaur. You know, they can't even achieve that. This is so problematic. Bro just hit level 6 as well. So, welcome now to huge amounts of marksmanship with 5 attacks, dropped down to 250 HP out of his 760. And it's also the damage the Funnick picks up. When you go for these early phase splits, you could look, what was it? I can't remember the team it was. I think it was actually the old Cloud9 that was doing it. Oh, Jalopy's dead. Crowd vision. Oh, he lost it. We can summon Treants now, and this will let him chase him down. Trees, into the trees, his support coming, no support is coming, and in fact now he's visible to the creep wave. You're gonna say goodbye to the Spectre. OD did rotate down as well, but the Treants blocked him out, and Funnick just TP'd him off back to base again. Yeah. Life is most definitely called the London Conspiracy. Just got outlaned. It really is that simple. They kind of knew what they were getting themselves into with this draft. The London Conspiracy understood that their early power is really not that great. Like, OD is really only that scary once he gets up on a couple of levels, and this orb starts doing some work. The Winter Wyvern pickup for me is just a bit of a, like, that's probably more odd than anything else. That when you draft such a greedy lineup, you don't have a more controlling support hero to go to the lanes. Try and push Funnick out. There's your Troll Tramper going to work again. Baby Knight, imprisonment or not, Goldblack's still doing 120 damage a hit. This is an Enchantress without Impetus. This is how brutal these lanes just get. When you run a 5-range lineup, and Jalopy's the same kind of thing, like Iceberg's doing over 100 damage a hit. In fact, actually, more than that. In moments like this, like, you can Cold Embrace and maybe save yourself from the physical, which doesn't actually work because he's blocked in by the creep wave. Iceberg just has to wait till he comes out of the Cold Embrace. Baby Knight will appear. He phase shifts just in case there was a vision after he attacked. Iceberg is playing this so smart and so elusive. Like, he's probably just going to orb himself up and then Rift to kill off Solon as he sees Viva. So, well, there's your black hole. Going to be committed by Viva. Iceberg, he doesn't have phase shift, and he will be punished for this one. Phase shift now with the silence. Yeah, you're not escaping from that. He'll die from the imprisonment damage as he emerges. And there it is. Meanwhile, Drow Ranger kills off the top tower. Go for the Helm with the Dominator build, Illidan. Could also just go for like Mask of Madness. Either is fine in this game. Like, they're far enough ahead that actually converting an Alpha Wolf and just having it with you all the time. Like, Enchantress, yeah, sure, she's gonna have an army, but just having the Alpha Wolf with a Drow Ranger is such a huge amplification that you can't turn it down. And what was purchased, it will in fact be, for now, neither. He's actually building up his Ring of Aquila first. Enchantress? Okay. Too busy just staring at Drow Ranger, but they're gonna lose 2 heroes here, Team Spirit. And this is the overcommittal. Sonic, no way to save yourself from that one. The Midnight Pulse was all around him. He would have ticked out before his TP were complete. That wasn't even a Spectral Haunt usage. So maybe Team Spirit getting a little too cocky. Either way, they're still leading the net worth ball. The Enigma's getting more and more. There's that mech from the Enigma, which is required, or else they just cannot win a fight. How's the Spectre looking for items? Like, he still wants to get the urn. Oh, it's a sad day when you got to buy tangos. He's still got a Quali blade, so it's not because he's worried about Sprout. Arrived in mid lane, didn't throw out the dagger, and now Iceberg, with the help of Always Wanna Fly, if he can get the telekinesis grab, was he stole Spectral Dagger, but the puck already found the kill because Spectre actually broke the Dream Coil. Baby Knight being picked up, thrown down, there's no black hole, just a Midnight Pulse, mech charge, giving a little bit more life back, but the damage is going to be pumping out right now. Onyx doing a lot of the work, but you saw the damage from Goldblack. It took half the life off the Darkseer. It really is an Admiral Akbar moment. You just cannot repel firepower of this magnitude of team spirit. They are going to walk all over London Conspiracy. It's not even a level 11 Drow Ranger. Like, we're 10 minutes in, and you're being that heavily DPS'd. The OD is also one of these other heroes. Like, you see ODs with Faceless Void combinations, and you realize then just how little damage the OD does at the start of a fight. Until he's able to steal a lot more intelligence, the OD is not a scary thing. And the fact that Baby Knight still doesn't even have his ultimate yet, it makes a lot of sense because he needs to be more of a fighter. So going for this 4-1-3 build, I can understand. Because his ulti won't do anything until he can start stealing intelligence. And he can't do that with high points up in Essence Aura, as well as his orb. Timing is even worse, because this team fight of Team Spirit is so superior. Now you get an Aegis Immortal into the hands of the Drow Ranger. Bobwise going to complete up his drums. You got a Blink Dagger over on the puck. Sonic has a drums of his own, as well as 1900 gold. So we can assume this will be converted into a Maelstrom. It's just good damage and also great up against an Enigma, and a very standard item to come up from Nature's Prophet these days. The other option would be going for something like a Blink Dagger and try and out-position London Conspiracy during the fights. That would also work. And then Rubik's the last one. Rubik has as much farm as the Spectre wants. If you actually look at it, Spectre is now the second lowest net worth hero on the field. Always Wanna Fly has the early ones, and of course the Arcane Bruiser would just go into whatever treads or whatever else he wants. Or even half of the Aquila, or the Bracer even. The London Conspiracy force out the top lane. Team Spirit are a team that won't really care about this. They understand the win condition, and the win condition is pushing in through bottom. So they push all five together. You got Nagus the Immortal. You got Illidan's already triggered his aura. They won't have that. You got a Purge creep as well. Oh my lord. Nice curse. Illidan, if he goes down here, oh, he stays alive. He's still at the Aegis Immortal anyway. So curse is down. You've lost that control factor. And Baby Knight just keeps getting purged, allowing Goldblatt to come in closer. They'll have to defensively imprison. And then Iceberg jumps for the silence. With the Feybolt follow-up from Always Wanna Fly, they find the kill. And then you actually steal Splinter Blast. The most powerful ability that Solon is able to give to his team right now. And this bottom tower, Illidan's just killing from range. Which, I'm wondering if he wants to build into a Dragonlance now if it's worthwhile going a BKB. Because you've already got the mech up from Funnick. He'll TP back in a moment. So you got like a high level of regeneration, which is just going to arrive for Team Spirit. They will take this Rax. There's nothing that can stop them. If you trigger a drum charge, their fortification slows them down, but it won't stop them. Iceberg just goes for a double silence. There's no Dream Call, but that impetus damage. I don't want to be an naysayer, but like, you cannot fight this. Kefka runs himself in. You go for your Spectral Horn. He's got Vacuum Wall available, but the gust is perfectly timed there from Illidan, silencing up the Darkseer. Now he buys back for Team Spirit. They've basically made a perfect arc around London Conspiracy to go for the black hole, but now he's down as well. This game is over. Team Spirit, they are wiping all over LC, and it is a 13-minute GG call. That was a quick game, to say the least. But you can see, 5-man lineup with Rogue Aura, how much it just slaughters a lineup, which goes for any level of read, and there wasn't enough lane presence. There was no way to contest the Drow Ranger on the safe lane. You're running a Darkseer, so you're already accepting the fact that your lane is very, very passive. Then you run an Enigma, and this is an Enigma in the first two.